Welcome back, everybody, to a new episode. And ouch, I'm running into trees right from the start. That awesome. We are back here at Spawn because today, if I played my cards right, marks the 1 year anniversary of starting uploading this series on YouTube. So I wanted to come back and sort of check out some of the stuff that I've done over the last year because, I mean, what ends up happening is you just keep doing more and more projects and forget to go check on the old stuff that you've done. So I think we should go ahead and do that. And starting out right here, this is Spawn. And I'm not really sure why there's a big hole here. I think what happened is like getting the wither stuck in the end portal did something and sent like wither bits all through here and just blew up all this stuff. That's the only thing I can think of. So anyways, what we got to do is come this way. And during my very first episode, the opening scene was me rowing a boat down through here. So it's kind of nostalgic to come through here. But yeah, here is our starter village. And there's a whole bunch of little things in here I want to check out. And honestly, I can't remember a whole lot of them. So why don't we go take a look around? Yeah, so this thing was, I think, the very first thing that I built, which is just a little villager breeder. But when I designed this, I forgot to design like ladders or scaffolding to get up there. So I would just like dirt pillar all the way up here and throw a bunch of garbage down in there from the top for the villagers. Oh, it's so funny. This thing broke. Oh my god, this thing broke so many times. It's so frustrating to deal with. It's not enjoyable. This is my starter house, believe it or not, and I was so happy with this thing. This thing is so cool. It's sort of like started, I guess, the color palette I wanted to do for the rest of the series so far. Just doing all this sort of like deep slate down here, sort of this like grungy basement, and it's cool if you look here, there's like copper poking through the walls and stuff. And inside, it's all furnished. We got Donkey Kong. We got this dude here. This is like my favorite default painting. And then yeah, down here we just have a little tiny like smelting enchantment setup. And yeah, this was my main like base for, gosh, forever, for so long. And then upstairs was my bedroom and storage. So I would just store stuff in here. This building actually used to be a smithing villager thing. I think, I don't know, I don't remember, but this was actually my first like base area. While I was working on this village, I basically just lived out of this hole. Yeah, not a lot of room to work out of there. Yeah, now it's just my portal room. And this trick, if you don't know about this, you can put carpets on top of berry bushes, and zombies do not like to walk on those. So that's a good little trick to do if you didn't know about that. Oh yeah, my axolotl pond, which has no axolotls in it anymore. And then back here, this is where all my villagers are. So I made, well, one, I made this tree, which I like very much. It's, yeah, I don't know, I'm very happy with this tree. It's, this is like my first custom tree thing that I did. And so it's kind of fun to go ahead and build this. And is there anything in here? No, nothing good. And then these houses, I was going to make a whole bunch of these for all the villagers so they'd all have a house. But I was very not smart. And, oh, here's perfect. You're going to demonstrate for me. These dudes can jump up here like this, but they can't get back out. Because it's not because of trapdoors, because they should be able to walk under them, I think, because they can get up there. But these dudes, yeah, this house needed to be another block tall, because these dudes, not fun. Yeah, get out of there, dude. And then over here we have, this is where all of my little toolsmiths and, not weapon master, what are you? Armorer. They're supposed to be in here, but they get really confused and like wander away. Oh, this has a really good pick too, I think. Yeah, efficiency 3 on breaking 3. So they're supposed to be all sleeping in here, and there's like beds up here for them. But I think one of my book dudes like stole their bed up there. So he got kicked out. I think they live over there somewhere now. Then over this way, we have this pathway going around, another custom tree. And then we have this archery place over here, which was so fun to build. They have these little paths in here. If you've ever been in like an archery range, so like obviously you shoot an arrow and you have to go pick it up. Here, I have a bow. You shoot an arrow and you go bonk, and you got to go pick it up, right? So you got to walk down and go pick it up. And so like this gravel and stuff is, you know, where people, oh, I broke the grass, is where people have been like walking down to go pick up their arrows and stuff, right? It's, I don't know, nice little bit of character here. Our next stop, I think this was, gosh, I can't even remember what order I did things in. It's been so long, but over here, I have like my first really, really large farm that I did. I can't remember if I did this farm first or if I did the raid farm at my other base first. But out here this way, if we just keep flying a little bit, there's a guardian farm out here. So there's actually, I think there's 3 ocean temples out this direction. We see the boat, so we know we're close. It should come in render distance in just a second. Yeah, there it is. So there's 3 of these out here, and I got, oh my god, I got like almost 3 stacks of sponges from all 3 of these, which I blew up like 3 episodes ago doing the perimeter. So yeah, that kind of stinks. I haven't gotten new ones yet. But yeah, this was the giant guardian farm that I did, and yeah, drained this whole thing, did all of this manually. It took, oh geez, it took forever to drain this thing, let me tell you. But it was 100% worth it. And we have a little bit of sodium problems with the glass layers, but it looks, actually here, let me go cheaty cam, maybe that'll fix it. We go back here. So just, I mean, this thing is so cool to make. We've got no idea what the rates on this farm are. There's, these are probably, I've been crafting sea lanterns, so a lot of the, and dark prismarine. So like I've used up all of these little horn, whatever these are called, prismarine shards, and this is gonna have like no storage in it because I've been pillaging it. But oh, it's a little bit of sea lanterns. But yeah, that's, I mean, that's the guardian farm. This is like the first big project I did. It took, oh gosh, so long to do. I remember I didn't realize how much black ink you needed for this. I actually went and made a wither farm because it was just taking so long to kill squid. It was just the worst. For our next stop though, why don't we pop into the nether and check this thing out. This was a giant piglin farm that I made, and this thing is just not that good because I made it, but it works pretty easy. This is just one of those hostile piglin ones because Mojang has threatened to get rid of this mechanic, and they haven't yet. But basically all you do is you like hit one of these dudes and they all get mad at you, right? And we're gonna have problems here, so I gotta go in here, and all you do is sort of like sit in this area, and all these pigs will just fall in here and die, and you get experience for all of these because basically they're all mad at you, so you get XP. But this is how I make gold, and it's not that fast. In all honesty, it's pretty slow. But the gold falls down here, and it does a bunch of sorter stuff, which is pretty cool. And then here's my big old barter farm that I got. So this thing is awesome. It here, actually I can turn it on, but there's like 16 pigs in there, which I have ideas to make a big one of these that does, I think this thing does 50,000-ish items per hour. The one that I want to do, it does like 500,000 items per hour. It's nutty. You put as many pigs in one hole as you can. Anyways, yeah, this is how it works. It's pretty cool. So they just trade and throw their stuff down, and all this stuff gets bonked along, and this is like all full, so a bunch of this stuff's gonna get burnt right now. But yeah, it's so cool. Doing stuff like this in the nether is annoying because you always have to do like ice stuff like this because there's no water. So you have to like bump stuff along like this to be sure it gets all collected and all that stuff sorted out. But yeah, we have, I mean, infinite spectral arrows, soul sand, I mean, all this stuff. Nether quartz, don't have to go mining quartz. I used a bunch of obsidian. Yeah, it's super awesome. Definitely one of these is like one of the most powerful farms. It's 100% worth it to do. Obviously, especially if you're building out of blackstone, because you get infinite blackstone, and I don't think I've used any of it. Yeah, we have so much blackstone in there. Well, if we leave the barter farm, which is here, and then that would be spawn, if we just head this way, we should see a big a big L pop into view. This is a piston bolt that I made, which we can ride later when we're going to we're going to go to the end. This goes from basically my tower all the way straight to the end, and this thing's really fun to ride, but it sort of messes with your camera, so I had to get a different camera mod. Otherwise, it like does big flashing, which is not good for your eyeballs. Yeah, so this is where my big tower is, but we're going to skip that and just head this way for just a second because there's not a lot to show over here. Over here is my bee farm, and these things do, so here's, these are glass bottles, which do, that's how you make honey blocks, obviously, and then over here we got shears, so we can get honeycomb, and this dude is stuck. Should go back inside. But watch this. When you flick this, they're all going to come out. They all come out together. It's so funny. And yeah, they go pollinate. They do their little bee dance. And then eventually they should all just start popping back. I can turn this off. They should all just start popping back into their beehives one by one. Oh, it might not work because these are all full. Sometimes it gets confused with chunk loading. But, oh, there they all go. Yeah, we're going to pretend that didn't happen. Through this portal, though, I've got a chunk loader here because on the other side, I have a slime farm. And so the idea here is you would AFK at this platform for the slime farm. And then you could also do honey at the same time, right? You just turn on, is there a minecart in there? No, you would just turn on the chunk loader so you can do both at the same time. But here is the slime farm that I did. And this slime farm is so funny. So if you watch Hermitcraft, basically right before Mumbo took a big break and like did his big biking tour stuff all around the world, he made a slime farm, which was just absolutely atrocious. It was, he literally had it like down here, or this was, no, he built it too high is what it was. There were no slimes that spawned. And the reason no slimes were spawning was because he built it too high. But what's hilarious is that like immediately after that, the tech community found out that these mushrooms right here, they actually emit 1 block of light. So if I turn on mini HUD, you'll see all of these are ones. Whoops. All of these are ones. And slimes have the unique property of overworld mobs now, where basically they can spawn at any light level. So if well, depending on the moon phase, if I go up here, we might be able to see a whole bunch of slime spawning. But yeah, it's pretty funny. Basically, Mumbo accidentally revolutionized how you make slime farms because this thing just absolutely pumps out slime. Not as fast as my OP slime farm that I made. But yeah, see here, they're going a little bit. He's trying to hit stuff. Not as fast as the OP slime farm that I made, but you know, it's pretty funny. It's easy to build, so it's very, very cheap. Well, back here, like I said earlier, this portal goes straight to my tower. So why don't we hop through here? And this is sort of like the main area where I've been doing stuff. So I've been building up this tower over, oh god, I don't know, like 8 months or something like that. Just slowly adding things, decorating. I took a break and I added these cobwebs when I came back, which is pretty funny. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of wings in here. When I started, I only had like, I think this corner, and this was all covered. This was just a big hole. There's nothing in there. But yeah, I've been adding stuff. We got like a little cooking area over here. I wonder if there's stuff. No, no stuff. Potions. I can do potions if I need. I got noob juice potions. Yeah, I think there's more potion stuff. Foodstuffs. Yeah, basic, tiny, oh god, I have them. We'll pretend we didn't see that mess. Yeah, little enchanting area, and then if we go down here, down these steps, this is basically where all my storage is down here. So normally I just jump down the middle, but yeah, we have like common stuff. We got mini blocks. We got a bunch of dyes. We got some treasure ores. We got arrows if I need arrow refills. Horsey armor. Some basic redstone, a whole bunch of, this is from the, when I did the perimeter, I like overcrafted stuff, so I have so much. But yeah, down here we just got all my storage. Just, why is this out? We got a whole bunch of garbage down here. Just a whole bunch of random stuff. This is pretty cool. This is the water trick, the update suppression, so you can just, like, go up through these. It's really neat. And then out here, if we fly out, we can see how big this tower is. There's so much stuff around. Yeah, that's like the upper area, and we go all the way down here. And my storage goes all the way up to right on top. It gets a little bit framey here. I'm not sure why. Yeah, the storage is right up there. And then if we look down in here, we have a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, maybe that's why. It's just items on the ground. That's awesome. This breaks all the time when you relog. Yeah, we just got a melon pumpkin farm. We got cactus. And it all comes down into here where we have a whole bunch of stuff stored up. And yeah, I mean, that was one of the things I wanted to do when I built this tower was make it, here, this turns it back on, was make it like actually usable, right? So we got cactuses. There's probably a whole bunch of cactuses and a whole bunch of pumpkins. Yeah, and I just craft up the melons here. So yeah, a whole bunch of stuff in this tower. I love it very, very much. And then this thing was actually the first thing I built over here, which is Ian's raid farm. So this thing, I mean, just absolutely, pretty much everybody builds one of these now, but absolutely pumps out stuff. So I just have a huge storage here. We have, oh gosh, I don't know. Probably this thing probably needs to be, yeah, needs to be run again because I have like no more redstone. Yeah, just collecting a whole bunch of stuff in here, and this thing is, oh dear God, this thing, you definitely want to build one of these. Super easy and super, super powerful. Yeah, so there's just a whole bunch of stuff jam-packed over here. I mean, this thing is Mango's cobble generator. It's just, oh, insane amount of cobble. This thing is where the little pillager dudes spawn if I want to start a raid. This thing is just a sugarcane farm. It's very funny when it runs. It like goes back and forth all the way to the top. And then over here, we have a bunch of cool stuff that I made. So this is, yeah, nether tree farm that basically, here, we'll land over here. Basically, it does both colors, and you just build up the tree, and then all this stuff gets shoved over, and TNT comes down and blows it up. And so there's probably a whole bunch of stuff in here, except for these, because I've been using these, but like all this stuff, I must have been using it too. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. So, I mean, if I ever want to use nether tree stuff, I'm just like, you know, and this stuff too, just completely stacked. And then I actually added something brand new back here. This thing is a little crafting station, so it's really cool. Oh yeah, I added stackable shulker boxes from the carpet command, so yeah, I can stack these up now if I wanted. It's so nice for input. Yeah, but this thing's really cool. Basically, you just put what you want to craft in here, so like the materials, and it'll dispense a shulker, and you just pull it out, and you throw it like on this. Then you craft them up with the crafting tables, throw them in here, and all the results get put in here. It helps so much with, like, you need to craft a million things, like the sea lanterns. That's how I've been doing that. And yeah, here's just a whole bunch of garbage. Can you please work? Item scroller, thank you. Yeah, so that's how that works, and it's so nice to just have one of these mass crafting things. You definitely want one of these, because just like going shulker, craft, oh, very annoying. Having one of these things helps so much, and I gotta sleep. Let's see, over here we have some cool stuff. So this thing, both of these actually are, well, and that thing over there too, are cubic meter designs, but this thing is a zombie reinforcement ground copper converter farm thingamajig. So this thing's awesome. Basically, there's a zombie spawner down below somewhere. Here, let me go cheaty cam. There's a zombie spawner down here. And so you just stand here close enough to the zombie spawner so that it spawns zombies, and they fly up here, and they basically, zombies when they're in water, they drown, quote unquote, and become drowned. And yeah, they're just trying to get to these villagers, and the whole time there's TNT blowing up here, hurting them just a little bit, like tenths of their health pool. So yeah, eventually, when they get hurt like that, they spawn reinforcements down here, and basically this thing just explodes and makes like literally hundreds of zombies. Like I've gotten it up to like 1,200 like mobs in this area. It's nutty. But yeah, this makes copper, and then what I do is I craft up all the copper and come up here to this thing, and if I turn it on, I would just place the copper down right here, and it shoves it all through the system like this, and it all comes back down below, blows up, and comes back up here, and I get a whole bunch of copper. So there should be a whole bunch in here. These should be shulker boxes. Yeah, here they are. Just shulker boxes of things. Now, there is a problem, which I've been ignoring for literally months at this point, but I accidentally quit the game while this thing was running, which is a big boy no-no. And yeah, that ain't right. That's not supposed to be like that. Anyways, we are just going to completely ignore that and come over here. Yeah, this thing also cubic meter. This thing is amazing. This thing is a tree farm that does a whole bunch of stuff. So there's all these, the non 2x2 trees. You can do all of them in here, and I think when 120 comes out, this thing should work with cherry trees too. I haven't tested, I have no idea. But I think cherry trees are the same as oak trees, so it should work in here, but I don't know. Yeah, and then all the tree stuff comes in here, like you can tell, comes in here in the blast chamber, and then down here, you have TNT fall down, blow it up. Yeah, this thing is just awesome for getting wood. There's probably some in here because I've been running it. Yeah, a whole bunch of wood, and then it also does like basalt and cobble, and there's probably a bunch of like random stuff up in here. Yeah, this thing is so awesome. And then over here we have my lag machines. Oh god, I don't know why I built these so close, but this thing has like 36 villagers, I think, for running this thing, because you need 3 per thing, and there's 4, so that's 12 by 3. Yeah, so there's 36 villagers in this thing, and villagers, not the best for lag. They are pretty laggy. And then it doesn't help that right here is my villager breeder. So I have all my villagers in here. I mean, look, there's so many of them stuck in there. It's just, oh, it's not good. I bet if I did profile entities, this is another carpet command that helps you figure out like what's causing lag. I bet the villagers are causing problems. Let's see. Yep, villagers. I mean, they're adding like 2 milliseconds just for tick alone. That's pretty not good. Villagers, very laggy. Anyways, this is one of my favorite places that I've done. This used to be, I think it was Big Taiga. Oh, it's literally on my screen. Old growth spruce taiga. So this thing used to be a whole spruce island, and yeah, I completely converted it. So we got this is a villager trading hall. You can see the back of the dude's heads in there. Yeah, it's so nice. I have like a little book area. I built these custom trees. These are super awesome. I love, and they light up at night light too. There's you can tell in there's like lanterns and stuff in there, so they light up at night. Yeah, and there used to be foxes in here, but they like wander away. These foxes are so annoying. I had to put these gates in here because they kept running in here and like jumping back behind with the villagers and getting stuck back there. Oh god, it's awful. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of villagers in here, all the like normal books that I need, but these things are like kind of in the way, so hard to tell. That's sharpness. And then up here we have, oh, again, the water trick. Up here we have, yeah, more stuff. And then none of these layers have anything in them because I keep getting distracted, and dealing with villagers is the worst, but I should put like masons in there so I can get like quartz and stuff for free. And one of the foxes made it up here, but isn't it cute? Oh, it's so cute. I should name that fox something. Let me know what should I name the fox? We'll I'll see if I like it, and we'll pop a name on him. That'd be pretty good. But yeah, up here I didn't do anything up here. This is where if I get books, I just use these up here. So nothing exciting up here at all. Well, hey. Anyways, from that trading hall, we have this place over here, which is where I was gonna build my base, and I just lost interest, to be honest. I built these custom trees, which I don't like too much. They profiles are just not good. I don't know. This is my first time trying to do these, and I don't like them. So I'm probably, if I ever build back here, I'm probably gonna rip it out. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. Anyways, there's like this whole pathway up here. That's from down here. We have I think this is Demeter, right? Yeah, Demeter off the God of Harvest. So they're doing a lot of farmland trampling. Is what they're doing. Gotta stop that. Yeah, over here though we have a big old smelter. This thing is awesome. So I don't think I have anything to smelt. But yeah, this is a 64 furnace smelter, so this thing's kind of complicated, but basically it just goes down here, smelts all this stuff, comes back, and then it just pops it right up here. So this is still where I smelt stuff, because I mean, hard to beat 64 furnaces, right? I mean, it goes so fast when I just plop stuff in there. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, and then like I was saying, I built this whole path up here. Oh, this thing is so neat. There's I got these fence posts, and I like the green in this area, but it can get kind of hard to walk up this thing. But I don't know. It's a nice path overall. I was going to put cobblestone there, and I really lost interest because that's just 3 cobblestone. But yeah, this was my house where I was gonna build, and I think the basement is the most furnished out of everything. It's funny. There's like, it's yucky down there. There's like dirt and mud and bleh. Yeah, and then in here in this house we have 0 furnishings except my bedroom, which you know, that's nice. Regardless, that is like most of the overworld stuff that I've done, I think, with the exception of the big old pit. And yeah, there's a little bit of new stuff in here, which is actually spoilers for next episode. But yeah, so the pit here is basically the most recent project I've been doing. I've been doing this huge perimeter and got a lot of cleanup to do. I've got broken stuff over here. This thing is like broken, but I did it on purpose, so I've got to try to rip this whole thing out, which I'm like not looking forward to. Because it's about time to put in a floor, which this is spoilers for next episode, because basically it took forever to craft up all these resources. Like here, let me show you. So this is going to be the floor pattern for next episode. So you got this far. Watch the next one too. That'd be helpful. Anyways, yeah. So there's, I mean, I need so much stuff. I mean, if you look in here, this is glass. I still have to smelt all of this. And I did some math. If I only use 64 furnaces, smelting all of this, it's going to take like 10 hours straight. That's like, if I leave it overnight, that's like still not going to be done in the morning. So, yeah, but all of this other stuff I've collected. I mean, look at this. Here's the warped wood we need. We need it for like this stuff in the middle. So yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, this is the perimeter project. You can tell you want a floor because slimes will spawn all over the place, which is frustrating. So I got a couple floor patterns. I got this one, which is like the normal one. This one is just for the center of the chunk, the center of the perimeter, I should say. And this is for slime chunks. So there will be these green ones all over. And hold on, I got sleep. Yeah, these perimeter projects are really cool though. So this is the first thing that I did was build up this, which is the mega slime thing. And so if I come up here and stand up here, bonk, we should see a whole bunch. Let me turn on hitboxes. We're gonna see a whole bunch of zombie pigmen just falling out of here too. I mean, look how much they're running. And you're not really seeing the slimes flash just because they spawn here and instantly go to the nether. But yeah, this thing used up all of the obsidian that I had from my end project, which I can go show you right now. Actually, we can go use the piston bolt. So let's go hop over there. And yeah, oh, we can check out the slime thing too, because there's probably going to be a whole bunch of them over there just for me standing there for like 2 seconds. Yes, this is the slime collection, so there'd be a whole bunch of stuff up here. It wouldn't be running because I need to hit a button, but yeah, I mean, look how many slime balls there are. Just from being up there for like half a second. This thing is crazy powerful. But the way I get to the end is over here, and I think I mentioned the piston bolt, but this thing's cool. So you just sit in here and you hit this and you start going, and yeah, the third person flashed a little bit. Hopefully that wasn't bad, so I had to get this other camera mod. But yeah, this thing is, I mean, this is like one of the easiest piston bolts to build because you don't have to have curved rails. I think servers like hate this. It's like not reliable, but yeah, it's okay. It works for me because it's a single player world. Yeah, and then that thing over there, that's just a ghast farm. You can go like way up to the top. Actually, here, that should keep going just fine. This thing is one just flashed. This thing is really expensive because I put these everywhere. These are respawn anchors. And respawn anchors need a whole bunch of this stuff. So like you need 3 and then 3 glowy. So like you need 6 stacks of crying obsidian just to make 1 stack of these. They're extremely expensive. So I got to make a better bartering farm setup if I ever want to expand this. But I mean, it looks so cool, right? The pattern here with where you're doing these. Oh God, it's 100% worth it. It's so awesome. Yeah, leaving there though, this is the end. This is where my main stronghold is over here. Oh, bonus rail, thank you. Yeah, so going through here, we go to our end room, and this is the floaty one. I mean, check it out. We have, we got this fog floor. We got the whatever Starry Night skulk stuff. I love this room. It's such a cool end room. You just sort of walk here and just fall into the end, which is Oh my god, amazing. I love the end so much. This it took like 160 hours to mine out. I dug all of this out by hand. It was awful, and I was losing my mind. And then I mined out all of these pillars by hand, which was also awful, and I was losing my mind. But yeah, this project was 100% worth it. I mean, look how cool this end is. Oh, I love it so much. Yeah, there's not much to see here in the end in general, other than that. Oh, I can show you the shulker farm, I guess. Might as well. Thing is a logical Geek Boy shulker farm. Where out? Okay, I'll just fly over here because they're gonna get mad at me. But yeah, this thing's awesome. So it just uses, you know, the old shulker duping stuff in 117. They hit themselves and they get copied. Here, let's turn on hitboxes. We can see them. They just fly up to the top like this. And yeah, eventually I'll go up here and die in the powdered snow. But we get so many shulker shells from this thing. I mean, I just recently added this shulker box loader. So there's probably, oh my god, yeah. So I'm like completely set on shulker shells. That's so many of them. Yeah, that's like the main reason I added stacking shulker boxes, was because I have so many of them. But I think that's everything I wanted to check out. I can't really think of anything else. There's I mean, there's like stuff that I go, like my sand mining, or god, terracotta mining, but that stuff's not fun to look at. Who cares? You just care about stuff you built. So anyways, I hope you made it this far. I hope you'll be here next week for when I do that floor. I hope you check that out, because that's going to take a long time for me to place all those blocks. But anyways, I hope you have a good rest of your day wherever you are. I hope to catch you in the next one, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Goodbye. Where does this go? Oh, perfect.